I was skeptical when I heard about this movie, but since the initial report was good, I decided to give it a shot. Thankfully, it was entertaining enough for me and many others. Definitely much better than the ashtray of a movie they served us last. I didn't have the will to go to the damn theater for that. Anyway, let's move on to the movie review. Good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Myra and I make movie reviews and trailer reactions and a lot of things in between. Usually it has something to do with movie, series, or maybe cartoons? I don't know. It's something I can delve into. If you like what you see, please don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you'll be notified if I upload something new. Now, Transformers have been a big part of my life, at least the live action movie series ones. I don't watch the cartoon or read it, if there is a comic book or a book after these magnificent characters at least. But the live action movie has entertained me for quite some time. The first 3 movies were jewels for me, mostly because they have great quality in effects, although the storyline decreased as the time goes by. Then at the 4th movie, it's just full-on action and there's not enough story for everyone to enjoy. And as you know, at the 5th movie, I gave up. But then they offer us this origin story and it looks promising. So I went ahead to make sure that it is. The result? I will tell you after a brief synopsis. The story starts with a war that raged in Cybertron, home of Autobots and Decepticons. Pinned down by the Decepticons, Optimus Prime sent Bumblebee to Earth for a refugee. But sadly, when he arrived, Bumblebee had to power down because of his previous combats. And, of course, he lost his memory. He surfaced much later thanks to a mechanic named Charlie who fixed him up and get him to be alive again. Together, they faced challenges and had to deal with the main issue that would destroy everything they know and love, which is, of course, the Decepticons and their awful plans. If you haven't seen the movie, please stop here. The first thing that caught my attention is how I know the voice of Bumblebee. I know I heard him from somewhere and apparently it was Dylan O'Brien. I've seen him in several other movies and he's always charming to me with apparently the voice of an angel. So maybe that explains why I now have an attachment to Bumblebee and see him as even cuter robot. But then he loses his voice and has to be saved by Charlie. From here, we can see the main protagonist's life quite clearly, including her ups and downs, which is quite new from Transformer movies because they usually focus more on the actions. And then more actions. But these soft touches really brought my attention to the storyline, and finally, there's another Transformer flick that I can enjoy. Although there are flaws that make me just wonder. Like when Charlie finally realizes that the car she fixes is actually Bumblebee. Oh my god. If it were me as Charlie, I would scream my ass out. And then, finally realizes that he meant no harm. But first, I would get scared. I would be fearing for my life before I finally know that he is not sentient or evil. Charlie is quite calm in my book, even though she is flabbergasted a little. Then there's the inconsistency of the characters, especially the supporting ones. I'm talking about Agent Burns that switch sides really quickly. Once he's against the robot and the next thing you know, he's an ally. I mean, the story makes the quick switch that he does quite understandable, although I wish it didn't happen that fast. It really messes up with the character development in my opinion. But to even this quick paced change of heart, I think he is the only person in the military / government that has an inkling about something that is wrong, while the rest is just, comfortable and okay with sentient robots taking over their satellites. So at least he has some common sense. Delving more into characters, I still think there's another character that is worth mentioning but doesn't get enough credit. Memo, the guy that has a crush on Charlie, could be much more memorable character if he wasn't initially branded as just, this geek, because he turned out to be quite great towards the end. If only we can see more background story between him and Charlie, it might add some depth into the storyline. Just saying. But of course, character-wise, Bumblebee is the one that steals the show. We get to learn so much about him, where he came from, what is his initial mission, how he lost his voice and finally managed to learn to talk through the radio.
Is that why you're always messing with the dial? You're trying to teach yourself how to talk, aren't you? B, you're a genius!
Which, to be honest, what we are most curious about when the first Transformer movie arrived. I like to think that he's an adolescent in this movie, and we get to see him being innocent, confused, sad, and curious instead of being this awesome robot crushing entity and the right hand to Optimus Prime that we are more familiar with. And I love seeing him this way. It's almost like we are watching him grow. And for my least favorite character is just the professor who basically lets all the sentient robots have all the fun. The one that trusted them way too much. Like, get a clue. So, should you watch this movie? Why not? It is much better than the original Transformer movie since it has a more solid storyline and acceptable character development for our main protagonists. Although I cannot say the same with supporting characters. But is it the best that the studio can do? I don't think so. I am positive that this storyline has more room to grow. But if we are comparing the old versus the new one, this new one definitely take the cake. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my movie review, even though it is a little bit short. And if you do, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. They are in my description below. Thank you again so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, well, basically being you and being with me here through my journey for 1,000 subscribers, because I'd like to get paid. Just thank you. Thank you for being here and being my supportive followers, as always. I will see you next time. Bye!